Okay. Remember, we're just kind of lightly scribbling on here. I gotta, let's see. There we go. This is bugging me a little bit. Just really softly, like going over these different areas and just kind of switching out between the 2H and the 2B. Those are just, I'm just using those two pencils, just keeping it simple. And that's it. Just really trying to keep it very simple. Her eyes are super dark, and I kind of want to keep the irises a little bit obvious, but So this area of her face, I want to you know, her hair, it's dark, and so I'm just going to shade this area in here, the hair, because it will help us to define that face and just really see, you know, how much we need to shade that area in. And then up here, actually think that part comes a little bit more like that. Just kind of placing a few little lines in here to make her lip look I just see that, you know, the more I add to her, the more she, to me, is really resembling the girl in the picture. And it is a little bit difficult because she does have a lot of freckles. So the shading does get a little bit tricky. I don't know, her nose may look a little bit large, but that's okay. If you feel like you get, this is a Tombow eraser, Mono Zero. It's got a really, really little eraser tip. I don't know if you can see it. I feel like it's blurring the closer I put it to the camera. But I love this, and you can, anywhere that you feel, you know, you need it to be a little bit more white, you can just go in with that. It's a great eraser. So this part of her face really is the darkest, and you know, we just want to Make sure that it appears that way. There's this light that kind of is right here on this side of the face, so that's why I'm keeping that pretty light there. So right now it's getting a little bit darker because I am working with the 2B. She's got a little dimple right there, so I do want to make sure that that shows up. You hear my dog lapping up his so this area under here is definitely a darker area. And especially like right in here, we can see right here it gets a little bit darker. And then this part is all, there's some hair that comes here. So I'm just kind of trying to draw in where that hair should be. You just see kind of like little strands. And I just continue to sharpen. Okay, coming in here. I just want to do a quick little side by side. See, maybe I can do it this way. I definitely see a likeness to her there. And when I bring her into focus, I can see what the difference with her lips. You know, I've made her lips a little bit fuller up on the top. The nose isn't quite the same, but it's okay. I am very pleased with the outcome. All right, so let's continue on. I can take my eraser and do that, and that did bring it down a little bit. All right. Just adding a couple little lashes right there. And then I'm going to go back in with darker pencil here. So I am not pressing hard. I am really just holding this pencil very lightly as I am doing my shading. Okay, going back up to this eyebrow and just kind of filling that in a little bit. And then I'm going to come back over, start filling this in here. And just really shading that. And it's definitely, her forehead is definitely darker over here on this side, and it gets much lighter over here, with or without the freckles. So really just pressing light. Even though this is very light, I still want to have a little bit of line work in there. Okay, and then just bringing this around, and I can see that like her cheek is darker. This whole area here. And even so you can see my hand. I'm holding it up high, and I'm just being just loose with just scribbling, really. And then I'm going to go in with my 2B, and this is about, she's got some blush or some pink here. So this area is definitely going to be darker than the rest of her face. So this line, this area down here by her face and her neck, this area is all definitely darker, shaded right here. And I am going to darken this hair here, just so we don't lose that. And we have the hair doesn't really matter, you know, like what way it goes, just as long as it's there. So this is definitely going to be one of the darkest areas here, right underneath her chin there. And then we're going to need this to be even darker than that, so I might need to change pencils. All right, and then we've got so adding in the lighter. And I do notice that it's a tad bit darker just along the back of her neck here. Okay, so she's coming along quite nice. So you see I wanted to add in those lines there, and I can do that even if I have my scribble lines in other places. That still works. And I'm just going really light when I Bring that pencil in. Oh, goodness gracious. This table is a little bit lower than what I'm used to. All right. Okay, let's do a real quick side by side, see how we're coming along. Okay, so I can see like her lip. If I really wanted to, I could go and erase that. I'm gonna leave it. But I am darkening the eyes. Go ahead and put her back. You can see that this area here is darker. So this area here is really going to be much lighter because the light is shining on it. And this is where your pencil will come in really handy. Because then this starts to get really dark right in here. You just don't even see her hair at this point. So this kind of goes like that. And it's really pretty dark. The best thing to do you see the side of my hand right now, I really should have a piece of paper so that I don't smudge this. Or I need to stay off of it. And so this area here is all lighter. So I'm just going to... Hi.